Ready to go!
Hey guys, it's been a while since I've done a vlog. I do apologize for not being able to get as much content out to you guys as I would have liked normally. Some of you may know, you may have seen from my Instagram posts or my Facebook posts. Really, the reason I haven't been able to get any content out to you guys has been basically my daughter, Eliza. She's in intensive care at the moment. She had her 53rd surgery the other day, and it didn't go as well as we would have expected, as meaning that she kind of needs to have some major surgery and will probably be in the ICU for the next couple of weeks. So that's the main reason why I haven't got it out. But anyway, I'm here at home. My wife is in with Eliza today at the hospital, so it's time to get some training on again. I did manage to grip up last night with the Brisbane heavy hitter crew, so I have gotten some work on my arm, but I haven't trained in a few days in the gym. So it was meant to be 1 rep max day yesterday. I feel low on energy, but I want to do the 1 rep max day. So that's what today's going to be. It's going to be a 1 rep max day. I'm going to pick a vector. It's going to be a repeated vector. It's going to be a different handle though, but anyway, we are going to repeat a vector that I did before, so we'll see if I can even get in the ballpark of those numbers. But anyway guys, that is what's going on today. I am filming myself again, so give me a moment. I'll set up the tripod and we'll get underway. You can see the way I've got it set up. I've got a low attachment point. I've got the cable set back. Don't worry about this pronation handle. But I've got the table set back so that there's no tension at all on the line when I'm in my starting position. I'll get rid of this, use that later for some reps. But that is essentially what we're going to be working with today. Low attachment, perpendicular setup. Like I said, the one change is we're using a wrist wrench now, which is going to make a big difference because last time it was just a spinning handle. There was no threat against your hand like is on a wrist wrench. So the numbers are going to be a lot lower today. Plus, honestly guys, I just warmed up and I feel like rubbish. Or when I say warmed up, I was just playing around just as I was setting this up and I felt like rubbish. The board tells me that I did 50 kilos on this with the previous handle, which let me show you the previous handle. Okay, so this here is the previous handle that I did the 50 kilos with. You can see it's a spinning handle, but slightly smaller diameter than the wrist wrench, and the wrist wrench is obviously working against you. It's opening up your hand, where this doesn't really open up your hand much at all. So I don't even think I'm going to get close to 50 kilos, honestly. I feel like rubbish, but in the spirit of just continuing on, yeah, let's see what happens. Oh, and the other thing is, I'm using, you'll see here, the double cable. So it's a 1-to-1 ratio now in terms of the actual weight that I put on the stack. So we're getting the true weight of the apparatus, plus we've got twice the friction. So it's not really a good indicator. It's hard to actually get a read on this where I'm at relative to everything else. But anyway, so it's the same vector, but it's a completely different setup. So it's not going to be as comparable as I would have hoped. But I'm pretty certain that the system I've got now will be the system that I stay with. I'm very happy with the way it's set up. So 4 weeks from now, we'll get to compare this one. But anyway, let's get it underway. Alrighty guys, so I've got 10 kilos loaded on the apparatus. I'm putting my wrist all the way through. I do that because it makes it feel like you're in the straps. Okay, winding up the wrist wrench. Low position, so the objective is just to bring it essentially this side of that peg that you see there. A lot of internal rotation, side pressure, emphasis here. You'll see me, I'll probably, when it gets heavy, I'll probably get down into a position where I can use my bicep as well, but as long as we get it there, we're good. Alright. Feels rough. Elbow feels vulnerable, elbow feels weak, energy feels low. Just doing the warm up, obviously. Add a little bit more weight, and we'll see how we go. Alright, so I got 20 kilos on there now. Alright, so 20 kilos on there now. Remembering that my 1 rep max was 50. I know I'm not going to get anywhere near that. It's just ridiculous. I think I'm going to struggle with 20 even. Just not feeling it. Okay. So I'm still in the warm-up phase right now. I'm just trying to get the arm activated without it telling me that I'm weak. Like I said, mentally right now I feel pretty out of it. I don't feel strong coming into the gym today, but I feel like my numbers are gonna really limit early. So this weight right now, I'm just trying to convince my arm to do it without aggravation. Alright, I'm gonna go up to 30 and see what happens. Alright, 30 kilos total on top of the apparatus and all that jazz. The last one was 20, what you guys saw, so now we're at 30. What I feel is then either side of my elbow, both sides of my elbow were just sending me signals that I didn't want to do it. I didn't really commit past that initial reaction in my elbow then. I think I'll get this weight, but it feels really miserable, to be honest. Alright, so I just had to press the override button in my head then. It wasn't that hard, but it hurt. and it was hard to overcome it. So anyway, keep on going. Let's see if we can get there. I might just add another 5 kilos on, so 2.5 kilos on each side now, and see if that's workable or not. Alright, I just had to get the weights off the bobbly. My 2.5 kilo plates just sitting on the bobbly weights, so I just have to get them. Man, what's going on here? Alright, we got them. Alright, so the weight now is 35 kilos loaded on top of the machine. Yeah, you know the story, you've seen where I'm at. Struggle City right now. Ah, elbow feels rubbish. All right. Activate. Yeah, okay. That was fairly high amount of aggravation through the elbow then. You'll see that there wasn't a lot of actual internal rotation going on. It was more just the static positioning of my body and dragging back. Charlie, stop knocking the camera, please. Charlie's knocked the camera over before and cost me like $600 to replace a lens. So, Charlie, don't do it again. Don't do it. Yeah, you can see there wasn't really side pressure then. That was like just a static hold and a drag with my body whilst maintaining a static position. I don't know. I don't even know whether to count that or not. I moved it, but I didn't. But I guess on this vector, that's all that matters. As long as I'm keeping my elbow on the table, being able to drag someone over like this is important. And I just feel like I really need to get consistent with this apparatus and the setup. I guess that's one frustrating thing about today, to be honest, is that this is a vector that I'm repeating, but with a different handle and a different cable setup. It feels very different. Feels like it's all against me. Harder handle, more friction in the 1-to-1 ratio that I've now got set up. Plus I just feel rubbish, so Yeah. Anyway, I'm gonna add another 2.5 kilos to this, so it'll be 37.5 kilograms, and I think that is where I'm gonna cap it. Win or lose on the next one. So 37.5 kilos loaded on this. What I might do after this, I've got a crane scale. I'm gonna get the crane scale out, put it on here, and see how much force it takes to actually lift this off the ground. 'Cause yeah, I don't know, it's bugging me. Alright, 37.5 kilos loaded onto that. Oh, that feels awful. All right. Ah. Alright, rubbish form. I can move it, but I can't really do anything with it. Like I said, I could have just kept on dragging then, but definitely none of this going on. I don't know, whatever. 37.5, let's get the crane scale, see how that actually loads up. Alright, so nice industrial strength crane scale. Goes up to 300 kilograms. Definitely not going to be doing that anytime soon. Alright. Alright, so turning it on. I don't know, hopefully you guys can see the numbers. Let me adjust the camera so you can see the numbers. Alright. So there it is, zeroed. 42 kilos sitting still. Let me just get a strap. I want to hold this somewhere different. Obviously the interesting thing about the crane scale is seeing the force required to pick it up and to accelerate with it versus, so if I just get the weight up and I just sit and hold 39.5, so 39.5 of just static. To get it off the ground in the first place, hard to, I'm reading upside down here, but you can see 44, I think I saw then. Missed it, 40 something. 43. So it takes more force to get it lift off. So remember guys, there's only 35 kilos. Sorry, how much is there? There's 15. So 17.5, 37.5 kilos on there at the moment. But it takes 43 to 44 kilos of energy to actually get it to lift off initially. Likewise, when I hold it up here, during the deceleration, it dropped down to, I think I saw a 36. So friction helps on the way down, it hinders on the way up, and getting it moving initially is obviously harder even still. So anyway, that is what it is. I sucked today, that's for sure. So I'll update the board either way. Yeah, we'll go from there. Alright guys, now that miserable effort on the 1 rep max is done, it's time to do some volume. I just got 20 kilos on here, just pumping it out, the volume. Last time I did 3 sets of 40 with this weight, so I'm going to go to 3 sets of 45. Alright, first set done. We're going to have a chat about whilst we're waiting, giving myself that set breather. Guys, if you haven't already checked it out, go and check out Neil Pickup's podcast. That was a really cool show. He released that this morning. It's on Spotify and all your good podcasts. I think they call it WAL this week. Had a really good chat with him. He most interestingly asked me a lot about my future opponents in the WAL. He listed a whole heap of people and asked me a lot of questions about each of them, and there's some interesting ones. I got a feeling that my next match in the WAL, I know I want it to be Justin Bishop. I got a feeling WAL is a little hesitant to give it to me, because I think they want to give Justin a title shot, maybe, I'm not sure. But either way, I feel like my next match in the WAL will either be Justin Bishop, Frode Haugland, or Nicholas Nanestad. I don't know. It's just the gut feel I got. I know Neil's pretty influential on picking opponents and matchups, so I just have a feeling it's going to be one of them. So that'd be pretty full. Honestly, I'd be excited by any of those matches. So Nicholas Nanestad, he's the tallest guy in the middleweights by a mile. It'll be fascinating. And Frode Haugland's side pressure, relentless. And Justin Bishop, hand and wrist. So I'm ready for any of them, as long as I feel better than I do today. Real big fan of these. I don't want to say Country Crush, because, look, no offense to Country Crush, but Country Crush has so much, just in my mind, cornered the market on this handle. This isn't a Country Crush handle. This is made by Adam Stefanik. Best handle I've ever had for cupping. But anyway, I love this style of volume. It just feels good. It's a fundamental strength of arm wrestling. The light to medium weights approach, high reps, just gets a lot of lactic acid blood, and I can already feel my elbow was feeling real miserable in those 1 rep maxes, and with that, it's straight away feeling better. Straight away, it's just starting to feel nice again. Yeah, so you want to get yourself a handle this shape and use it for volume. It's amazing. Alright, one more set. third set of 45. At least we're getting some progression. Good amount of lactic acid. Like I said, that was 5 reps increased per set for 3 sets. 20 kilos, 45 reps, 3 sets. Alright, gonna do some tricep extensions now, guys. I've only got 10 kilos loaded on the machine here. This wasn't something that I did last time I did 1 rep maxes, but with the way that my elbow's feeling, I just wanted to do some tricep volume because this always feels rehabilitative for the elbow. I have no idea how many reps I did then, but just, yeah, side pressure really does, I feel it a lot in the connection to the tricep. It's always been something that flares up, and today especially, that was the area that felt particularly weak. So the tricep extensions and all that, doing overhead allows you to really get inside. It's not outside, really get in, and it hits both sides of the elbow really nicely. Anyway, tricep extensions. I tried to slow it down a little bit then and make sure I get a full range of motion. My right arm doesn't extend as much as my left, but just trying to get some balance. Interestingly, I've put on a bit of size in my arms. It's like 17.25 inches now when I'm fully pumped on my bicep. And I actually think that the most of that gain has come in tricep, because I never used to train triceps at all, and now triceps are a pretty regular part of the routine. And it's all volume based training, so kind of hypertrophy training, bodybuilding style training. So I feel like the triceps are a lot of that reason why my arms are getting bigger. Alright, three sets of 20 on that one. Not a big effort, but rehabilitation. Alright guys, last one is the bobbly weights, the biceps. You know the drill. So I went for 25 today, wide grip, felt alright, eh? I actually didn't feel too bad. I think I went up on reps on that. Last time was 23, so 25, yeah, all good. Decent amount of lactic acid, but manageable. Wide grips always felt alright. The hand thing, weirdly holding it, it's not as bad as it looks. Anyway, I'm just gonna pump it out, see if I can keep going. Alright, that was a lot harder. Definitely a lot higher lactic acid peak in that one. Feeling it in the biceps big time. Hey Charles, how you doing, mate? He's a good boy. Alright, close grip to go, and then that's the session done. Ah. Watch out, Charles, don't get hit in the head. Charlie, watch out. Come on, lefty. Ah. 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 Alright guys, that's the session done. You can see I'm a bit out of breath. A lot of lactic acid right now in the arms and the biceps. Honestly, how did this session go? My thoughts, my feelings. Honestly, I think that was a in terms of the output and the results, I score that one like a 4 out of 10. I definitely didn't move the numbers that I think I'm capable of. But in terms of where it sits for me overall, I feel like I actually give it a decent score. The reason I give it a decent score overall is mostly just because I did it. I didn't want to work out today. A lot going on. A lot going on at the moment with Eliza, and haven't slept a lot in the last 4 or 5 days, and energy's down. Not eating as much as I normally would. So I think there's reasons for the numbers to be low, so I'm okay with that. But I'm happy that it was still a complete session, that I got it done. I feel a lot. I remember Ryan Phillips. He was he's a few-time Australia's strongest man. He's a shot put national champion. He was even an arm wrestling national champion for a while. I remember him saying to me the difference between the guys who make it to the top and the guys who are just decent is working out on the days where you don't want to. So Ryan Phillips pops into my head on today's session. Yeah, thank you, Ryan, for helping with the motivation to get me out here to do it, because I got some pretty serious goals, and I know that training on days like today is going to make a big difference in the long run. So anyway, guys, hope you're all well. Thank you for tuning in as always. Yeah, like I said in my Facebook post and my Instagram post, the content might be a little bit low over the next few weeks. My daughter's got a major surgery that's going to happen in the next few days. She's currently in an induced coma, and whilst they deal with a whole bunch of things, so she'll have major surgery, and that'll mean that I'll be in and out of the hospital for the most part of the next few weeks. So you won't get a lot of training vlogs from me. Rest assured, I will train no matter what. Even if I feel low like this, I will train. I just may not have the time to film it and edit it and release it, but I will train. Alright guys, take care.
Yes, that's a man!